Good morning, everybody. Steve Georgie here, live from Allendale's trading floor, and I'm bringing you your morning coffee. A lot of interesting talk out there today. We woke up here to China raising interest rates by 25 points, so it's got the markets stirred up a little bit. Grain markets are a little bit lower right now. Looks like we're going to start off a little bit easier today. Corn was down 5.5 overnight. You had beans down 8.5. Wheat market down about 5 3/4. So we are starting off a little weaker. Now, a couple things though. You've got a USDA report out tomorrow, and at least for corn, they're expecting to see carryout numbers tighten up. We're looking for a drop from 745 down to about 736. That's what the average estimate is. But we think it may be a little bit tighter than that even. But we'll see how that kind of plays out. There's a lot of talk out there still roaming around the corn market that China's going to come in and have a big purchase of grain, and that's still some underlying support around this market. But we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't seen any talks. There was a news story out there late last week that China had bought grain. Well, it really wasn't China. They didn't buy any corn. It was Japan. But the news wires had reported it as China. But we haven't seen anything just yet. We have beans right now that are looking to start off a little bit easier after pulling back yesterday. We've got an estimate out yesterday down in Brazil. They raised their crop estimate to 71.5, and that's up from 69.5. So that was kind of weighing on the markets here yesterday and today. And may end up being a little bit weaker yet once we get trade going. As far as some news out there on wheat, there's not much out there. The wheat buyers are lining up to make purchases, but the U.S. is not getting much. We've seen some exports yesterday, or we've seen some sales made, Iraq, Egypt. We didn't get much from that. But what we're seeing, though, what could be supportive for wheat is that even though we're seeing some big purchases out there, it's a global picture. We've got tight stocks globally, which the trade likes to have the idea that, hey, any big purchase right now is taking wheat off the market, and that's going to be supportive. And that could continue to push prices higher because there's not much wheat out there. So that's some of the concerns right now. Some of these big purchases may end up being looked at as supportive as we go through the next few weeks. But as of right now, we did have some big purchases yesterday here from Egypt, also from Iraq. We've got the metal markets right now. They are jumping up a little bit here with the news of China raising interest rates. Gold's up 14. You got silver up 32 cents. So that's finding some support here. Stock market's up slightly right now. But crude oil down $1.25 today. So we have seen that market go from near $93 now down to below $86 a barrel in a matter of no time. We're currently down $1.25, sitting at $86.20. We'll see if we can find some support here. We've got some support areas just below us as well, but it looks pretty negative here in the moves that we've seen. It seems like every time I come in, we're down another $1 here for crude. So we'll see the reaction throughout the day here today. The dollar down 10 cents, so that's not doing too much. It's kind of in a sideways pattern at this point. I am looking for a close up above yesterday's highs, though. Could be a little bit of a breakout here for that dollar, so watch those charts. If we take out those highs and close above it, we may end up going a little bit higher here, and that may push us up, at least for the next few days. Soft markets, kind of a mixed bag there. You've got sugar that's down about 73 points. It's a pretty big move for sugar. But we're not up against some support. We're kind of in a no man's land there. We're looking to still buy pullbacks there. As far as cotton was up pretty close to limit yesterday. We got 7-cent limits in cotton today. We are up 80 points right now, so we are still working a little bit higher, probably due to a weaker dollar as well. As far as the livestock, you got fat cattle right now trading anywhere from 20 to 30 lower. There is a story out there here that Japan is halting purchases from a U.S. beef packing plant out in Nebraska. So we'll see what kind of effects that has on the market. I don't know if it'll have too much of an effect here for cattle, but it may end up supporting pork prices here today. You've got hogs right now that are trading a little bit lower, down 10 to 20 cents at this point. But as I mentioned, we could see that get affected if this story really catches wind. Beef cutout, I do have to mention. I mean, we've seen box beef sharply lower here last week, sharply lower again yesterday. You had choice down $1.18. You had select down $2.08. So once again, a huge pullback there as far as box beef prices. And as far as looking at cash prices, we've seen the cattle pull back off their highs quite a bit, and a lot of this has to do with the cash prices that are working a little lower, also as well as box beef. So watch that here today. We could still see a pretty drastic pullback there. The charts are still up though. So we'll see what the reaction is today. But as far as hogs, we had cutouts that were down 30 cents yesterday, but you got cash prices that are supportive here. The markets are still friendly, and now the story with Japan that may put a little bit more support here as far as the hogs. So we'll see what kind of reactions we get out there. Today should be a pretty wild day. Call us with any questions that you guys have. We've got Paul Georgie out there. He's on the road, speaking at a couple different locations here throughout the week. Take a look on our website. We've got everything listed for all the locations that we're going to be. If we're near your area, get on out there. Go say hi and and stop on in. We'd be glad to have you. Give us a call. Get your seat registered for you. You can call us here, 800-262-7538. Once again, that listing is right there on our website, and you can check that out, allendale-inc.com. So I hope you guys have a great trading day today, and we'll talk to you here tomorrow. Take care.